Mary.
And
We want you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, you guys, because today we are talking about Love After Lockup, and y'all, I think the stuff has finally hit the fan with Dante. I think we all kind of called it, you know. But we're going to start with each couple individually because it's a lot of back and forth and I don't want to confuse you guys. So we're going to start with Dante and Lindsay. So Lindsay is going to work with Blaine or whatever today, and she's wearing some booty shorts and some high-heeled Timberlands, which does not show me that she's doing work. It looked like a scene out of a porno tape. Not that I would know, but it just looks like
a scene, like something weird.
Like she was like, okay, big boy, you're trying to mess with me or whatever. I was like, okay,
it's as if the producer said,
you need to let us know what's really going on, but we need to make a scene out of it. I mean, we all knew that Lindsay was messing around on Dante. Like, any woman who, I mean, not any woman, because, I mean, I've had a male roommate before or whatever. But I don't think... Yeah, of course. So, it's
and
not...
nothing went on.
It's strictly platonic. Like, but I feel like... Just the way they are with each other, like he's hugging her, kissing her on the forehead, the way he looks at her, the fact that he's always in the business or whatever. Like, I barely talk to my male roommates. Like, I came when I had to come, and then I left when I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Where it's very minimal interaction. So I just feel like the way they are is just very weird. And then they're sharing a bathroom. You don't have to share a bathroom if you have a male roommate.
You don't share a bathroom.
Like, not at all.
No.
So, I was just like, that's very odd.
Things in there.
Exactly. Like, you're shaving, waxing, whatever, brushing teeth, like, at the shower there, and then you're there, and you have free access. And it's a big house. So, I thought that was shady for one. But I just felt like Dante kind of had his head in the clouds. Again. But then again, I'm like, I can't
He didn't listen to his instincts because he said he didn't feel good about it.
But I don't think he really cared. I don't know if he cares though, because he dealt with this with Lindsay, he dealt with this with the other inmates, and then he's doing it with this girl now. So I just don't know why he. I don't know. I feel like he might like the drama a little bit. I don't know, because it's like he keeps on going in there.
He likes crazy. He did say that, but I think the only time. Well, you were watching this before I started watching it. So I only know about the second inmate, which was, I think, Nicole, right?
I actually didn't start watching it until... I mean, I was watching, but I don't think I had seen Dante.
Some of the people. Oh, okay. So, for me, one thing I liked about Lindsay, when I compare her to Nicole, is the fact that she was actually trying to break up with him. Like, letting him know... You're a nice guy, but
she really didn't try.
She did, because when he...
I mean, like, in the relationship, though.
No, but what I'm saying is that when she saw him that last day, and they were supposed to go to dinner, and he was all upset because Blaine kissed her head, he was complaining, and she hadn't given him a kiss and all that stuff. When she went out and she was sitting down, she says, sometimes... these things just don't work.
But it came out of nowhere, though. It really came out of nowhere.
It wasn't really out of nowhere. I feel like Dante had already been kind of like suspecting. And he said that she was pulling away. With Nicole would have kind of mind-effed him.
And tried to blame him.
Blame him, get some money.
But Lindsay did blame Dante, though.
Well, she was trying to say to him, and she let him talk. Like, she wasn't really going back and forth with him. And I feel like, and even she told Blaine.
I know she was trying to punk him a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to lie. The way she stood, I didn't think Dante, the way he was talking to her was right either. But
because you just saw her, and you just went into this kind of tirade.
But my thing is, it's just like she was also mind-effing him, because you're here living with a male roommate. You're here trying to tell me that I'm crazy, nothing's going on. We see stuff is going on, but you're here lying to him. And then it was also like you're there trying to gaslight him and make him seem like he's crazy for being suspicious, but stuff's going on. Like, he has feelings for you.
I'm talking about this actual day.
But I feel like she also was doing a little bit of Nicole stuff or whatever. The only difference is she slept with him. Like, if we're being honest.
I mean, I just felt like this last day, it looked like she had decided that I'm breaking up with him. Like, I'm just going to tell him the truth. And she says...
She didn't really tell him the truth, though.
Well, she says sometimes these things don't work out when you come out.
But it seemed like he was talking like we're going to make it work or whatever, some of that.
He wasn't hearing her.
Yeah,
she's there trying to say to him, sometimes these things just don't work. And he was showing her the whole thing about the letters and all this stuff. And she was looking at them, and she said, sometimes these things just don't work, Dante. You know what I'm saying? He did not hear her.
Yeah.
He kept on wanting to have the relationship. He should have asked her in that moment, what are you saying? If he needed clarity. But I think he knew that she was trying to break up with him. That's why he got so upset and threw the letters when she walked away. Because he knew in that moment she was going to break up with him.
Yeah.
And he didn't want her to. And that's why he was going on and on. Look at the letters I wrote. You wrote back to me. You really did love me. Still love me. Like, what was the point of bringing a whole thing of letters for her to see now? Because he knew that she was trying to break up with him and he wasn't hearing her.
That's true.
Like, this is in the past. I wrote to you in the past. I was in prison. And I feel like that doesn't mean that she did not have a scheme for him. I feel like that she actually did have a little scheme, that she was going to try to scheme him probably out of warrant money or whatever.
But I think
what happened with her was
she probably knew he wasn't going to be giving her any money.
Well, not only that, but she told Blaine something. She said, Dante is a nice guy. She said so. She said so. You guys get in the comments and let us know. She said she told Blaine, when he was like, oh, he called it again or whatever. And she said, shh. And then when she got up, she said, Dante is a nice guy. I don't really want to hurt him like that. And I don't know if it's because of the scheme that they had planned or whatever, why she said that. But she has said so before. And I think she just thought to herself, I don't want to scam him anymore. Let me just break up with him. Nicole scammed him to the very end until the girlfriend said, enough. Right? She scammed him to the very end. In fact, they both decided to scam him too. But I feel like with Lindsay, she was just like, and I don't know what gave her the change of heart. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was just kind of like, I don't want to hurt you. This was in the past, okay? But, I'm your third inmate, okay? These things happen. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just going at her when she came and sat down. Yeah. He was just ranting. And I was just thinking to myself, he never even leaned. He snapped. But you just came to Mississippi. How are you snapping at me? You've not said, hey, how you doing? You have not given me a hug. You have not given me a kiss. We saw, you just came down to Mississippi. And he was just going off. And she was silent for most of that rant that he was doing. If that was Nicole as soon as he opened his mouth, she would have cursed him out, made him feel like crap, mind-effed him, blamed him, let him apologize to her, and then she asked him for money. And go, and still don't give him no sex, and go with a friend. Okay? So that's why I'm saying there was a difference here. Maybe she just, maybe her conscience or something, I don't know. But in that moment, I appreciated the fact that at least she's letting him know. Now, it's up to him whether he hears her or not. But I appreciated the fact that she told him, Dante, sometimes, this was after he showed her the letters, sometimes these things just don't work when you come out.
I thought the way he snapped, I thought it was a little scary.
And then I guess he realized, oh, damn, this girl trying to become with me again. Well, forget it and whatever. And then at that time,
the chair.
Yeah, she was getting all upset.
I was like,
he was just going up, and she's just
my thing is also with Dante. I just feel like at some point,
well, his friend told him to grab his balls. Remember? So maybe this was him grabbing his balls where he got
my thing is I feel like him grabbing his cojones will be when he decides to stop going for women who are in jail. That's when he will grab his cojones. Because at the end of the day, they're all the same woman, and you keep on going for these women. Instead of finding somebody who is stable, who will actually love you for you, but it's like you want to have this hero mentality or whatever. Get with a woman who's in her femininity and does not mind a man leading. If you want to be a hero in the relationship or whatever.
He said he likes crazy.
Okay, so obviously you know what? Then Dante, we can't help you. There's no advice I can give you. You like crazy, then there's no way in hell you're ever gonna have a healthy relationship. You'll probably be here season 12, season 10, whatever season, with 3 more inmates and still going down the same path. I don't know what to say to this man. I don't know what to say. Like at some point, as a grown man, you have to be able to look yourself in the face and be like, okay, what is wrong with me? Why do I keep on going for these women? Maybe my ass needs therapy.
Have some pride about your shit.
That part. Like,
I wash my hands of Dante.
I get tired of
like
seeing
I
the
wash
same
my
thing.
hands of Mary and Sister Wives. I'm done.
It's exhausting, Dante, and it's like, you know, I mean, I know you said that you don't want anybody to feel sorry for you, and I don't, but I hope you find something that's decent for yourself. That's all I have to say.
I think maybe that's why she said to him, "I'm your third inmate." Maybe she's.
I thought that was shady, but I mean, it is true.
Know, you know something? What do you expect from an inmate? I am there. I have nothing else to do but write letters to you.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay?
Dante.
When I come out,
I know
life happens,
Yeah.
and no, I don't need you like that no more. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? And she also said to him, "I haven't asked you for anything. For the video calls, I'm the one who paid. To send you my letters, I'm the one who paid."
I don't know why she was with him.
You know what I'm saying?
I think she was trying to run a scam on him, but
Yeah,
maybe she felt bad for him.
Yeah, and maybe
then
when she came and she met him, she was like, you know, he's a decent person. He might be a little naive
or nutty.
You know what I'm saying?
Just a bit.
But my conscience is I don't want to do this with him no more. Or maybe because Blaine has finally told her, look, I love you. And maybe she's feeling like somebody loves me. He knew I was a drug dealer. He knows all about my past, right? And he still loves me. He's still loyal to me. He's still there for me. And maybe with this, you know, new revelation, she feels like, you know something?
That scene was so awkward.
I can go serve my 7-year time knowing that somebody loved me. I don't need to try to scam nobody. You know, maybe that triggered her or whatever. I don't know. But Dante, you certainly were not listening to this girl.
We wish you well. We wish you well.
I hold my wishing well because you gotta help yourself first. You got to help yourself first before I'm wishing you well. You got to help your own self first.
We wish you sanity and clarity. Now, let's talk about Brandon and Chaz.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this man, I think he's actually crazy. I think there's something mentally wrong with him.
This is what, his 5th wife?
And of course, there's something not right with this man. This man comes basically, this is actually how the episode actually started. But he came to give her flowers or whatever, some of that. She was like, get the F out of here. Go talk to Trani or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever other women you're talking to. Leave me alone. So he walks out, storms out, throws the flower on the floor, starts smoking it.
No, on the table so she can take it.
He starts smoking his cigarette like, you know, I just want something to go right in my life.
I'm just
for what?
lonely.
Go somewhere.
Go find yourself,
Go,
Chaz.
yeah.
You know, maybe you do need to be alone.
And then he started stalking her. So she's walking away. He's still following her. Like, no, talk to me. With his short little self, talk to me. You need to talk to me, Brandon. What's going on? She's like, I don't know what you're doing. He said, I don't know what you're doing. Why are you posting on that site? Listen, Chaz, you knew what she was doing when you met her. So please do not sit here and get on your high horse. And she looked like she has really aged. She looked about 60.
But you know something? This is what I have noticed. Those people who are vaping. Remember Nicole?
Yeah, it really sucks the life out of you.
Vape?
Yeah.
Like, this woman changed in front of us.
Yeah.
Like, she came out of jail looking healthy.
She did.
And she started that whole vaping thing. And she aged.
Well, it's not really good for your lungs.
I don't know what it is in that vaping.
Well, you know,
people who vape, listen, before you start vaping, take a picture. every month, take a picture. You know, it's like what we were saying when you get married.
When you are in a relationship or whatever, and you take a picture of yourself from the beginning, a week after that, a week after that, a week after that. If you see yourself declining, then you know it's a bad relationship. If you see yourself getting better, then you know that you're in a good relationship.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
To do. When you begin to vape, take a picture.
Yeah.
Because we saw Nicole within a year, or a few months. Cut it out. It's your hair. The bee likes your hair. You might think it's a flower.
Don't let me get a heart attack right here on this chair, man. I can't because ain't nobody come to save me. Oh my God. Okay.
But yeah, that's why I think. And then we saw her vaping. I said, oh boy, and she's looking.
They say that in
smaller.
one puff of a vape, it's almost like 100 cigarettes. Somebody told me that in college.
Whoever developed that, I mean, that's just
should be shot.
I don't know, but that's what I noticed. Well, maybe not to be shot. Maybe they need to go back to the lab and create something that's not going to take the life out of people, but maybe something that they will actually be able to get. Because that was the point of doing the vaping, for people to be able to wean themselves off of the cigarettes.
I still think the vape is much stronger than the cigarettes.
Yeah, but
though.
I feel like
it's just so easy and it's so accessible.
Not,
you don't have to go
not,
outside. You can
yeah.
smoke it anywhere.
Yeah.
You know. So I
People-
feel like that's more dangerous, actually.
Yeah,
And it's stronger too.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
So that's to go back to the drawing board. Maybe instead of putting those chemicals in it, maybe you put something like some kind of herbs or something like herbs, oils, nothing that was gonna take the life out of people.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that basically is what happened with Chaz the Brandwin. She
I
needs to
know.
get away from him. He needs
She
to leave
really
her the hell
does.
alone.
She really just
And
does.
she just needs to fight because he's stressing her out.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about Amber and Puppy. Lord, she tried to choke a pregnant puppy.
I
I'm
know.
like, what is this? And then my thing is, her boyfriend's children were there.
Yeah,
You
for the
thought
first time, that's when she has met them
for the first time, you're here thinking you're in some damn jail yard,
I know.
yelling at her, trying to choke her out. Like, you are not in jail. You are in the
not.
free world in your boyfriend's house with 2 kids that are right over
I
there.
know.
Please come to your senses,
I
boo.
know. And the thing is, she just went from 0 to 100 so
Puppy
quickly.
just asked her calmly,
Like-
why are you talking
and-
to my enemy?
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
I-
God, girl, you don't know what's going on. Every single time you talk to me about this fool, first it's you and him, then when you talk
Oh,
to me,
God.
it's you against him.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
And then I went to go choke. I'm like,
That was just some crazy.
you could not
stuff.
even look
And
at
he was
TC.
sitting and it's like,
You could not even look at TC. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Shahida and Bilal and the Shida where he would say Bismillah Rahman Rahim.
Oh, like just crazy.
Like nothing could stop
she
them.
Totally lost.
She
control.
lost her marbles, and I felt like there was
Totally
no
lost
reason.
control.
There was no reason
There's
for her
no
to go
reason.
from 0 to
All you
a
have to do is
million.
just apologize, like because you knew what you were doing, even when you were doing it was wrong. All you have to do is just apologize to his
Honestly, I didn't think that what she was. I didn't think what Amber was doing was wrong.
No.
You know what he? I mean,
You
this
mean
guy.
Puppy?
No, Amber. I felt like her contacting the ex was not wrong. She was just
Yeah.
trying to find out did
Yeah.
he file for divorce?
Exactly.
Because Puppy is coming to me.
Yeah.
She's like she doesn't know what's
But
going
that's
on.
all she had to explain. Why
That's
are
all
you
she
so
had to do.
angry with Puppy? I feel like sometimes Amber, this relationship with her and Puppy,
Obviously, it was toxic.
it's almost like she has been used to protecting Puppy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a big sister relationship or something like that. And
But please
so,
don't be my big sister. You
so
want to choke
it's,
my
it's
ass when
almost
I'm pregnant.
like, how dare you
Question me
question me, kind of
when
thing.
I've been there for you.
Yeah, so that's.
And then my thing, Puppy, why didn't you think that maybe she was just? I mean, obviously Amber, she
Puppy
loves
is
you.
pregnant,
She
so
cares
she's
for you.
emotional. So listen, I give her that. And you,
I can't
Amber,
believe
you
she
know
tried
she's
to-
pregnant, and you putting hands on her. Like, what is that?
I thought it was very odd. I felt like the fact that she is here trying to choke this girl out. She's
Yeah.
pregnant. Your boyfriend is right there. You're in his house. His 2 kids are there. You're acting like you're
Like,
about
they
to
were
brawl in the prison
her
yard.
house. They were in her house.
Whoever house it was,
Yeah.
his kids were there. You're here acting like you're in some goddamn prison yard.
Yeah.
Like you have no sense. This woman is pregnant.
Yeah.
What if you had choked her out? She loses consciousness or whatever. You punch her in the eye. Like this thing could have gone so left, and then she
Yeah.
could have hit her head on the stove. Then what? Maybe she would have had she would have had a
Just-
miscarriage.
just
It was
crazy.
just the epitome on civilization.
Like no self-control. That's I think
None.
for me, that was a big thing. Just a
Yeah.
lack of self-control.
No self-control.
That she had. That someone will question you. I don't care how someone questions you.
Okay,
And
I
you
mean she
know-
has a right to know. You didn't tell me, so I mean, what's wrong with her asking?
My whole thing, I don't like. See, it's like in 90 Day Fiancé when Kimberly threw the stuff at Usman. I don't like people like physically touching someone else.
It's
or
wrong.
throwing
You're
stuff at
touching.
someone
You're
else.
invading my
You
personal
are
space.
like you're out of bounds. I don't even want to know why the hell you were upset.
You
that's
crossed the
where
line.
you just crossed the line for me. I can't.
We can't even talk after
even,
that.
Like yeah, we can't. We really can't. Like you were on the wrong and. You know, Puppy can actually call the popo and have your ass back in jail because you're an ex-convict. Like,
I mean, they both are though.
Yeah, but she can still call and say she assaulted me. There were witnesses.
Yeah. But I also feel like the whole thing.
Man.
I feel like the whole thing. That bird is so tiny. You see it?
No,
it just happened. Anyway, but yeah, TC. I honestly thought like he was gonna break it with her. I was really shocked that he didn't. He said, I'm done. I need peace in my life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The peace will never follow you, sir. Because Amber is right behind you. I'm sorry. Well, because she's the one who lost her.
Warning. He's
like given her a warning. Yeah. But I feel like now he's saying that you can't be involved with Eric. You can't be involved with Puppy.
Yeah.
But I feel like and Puppy didn't come at you. You did. Yeah. So I feel like she's the one who's really wrong.
Excuse. I don't care if even someone is yelling in your face. Do not put your hands. Because when you put your hands, it goes to another level.
Yeah. And then what if she punched you? What if she went there with you two? Now we would have had a whole prison brawl up in the kitchen.
And
Eric, one thing is Eric was sitting down there in the corner. He wasn't doing nothing until he put his hand.
Yeah.
He was leaning to the side on the fridge like... Yeah. He's in that even when she was like, I should have never came. I should have never brought you. He said, I told you so. I can't stand Eric sometimes because he's just not supportive.
He didn't even go around and say, let me open the door for her first.
I don't really think he cares about her for real. I just don't think so.
She's just a placeholder.
And she always sit like this. Like she's always like so, like she's always trying to like go into herself like physically. Yeah, she doesn't know herself. Yeah. She's just a shell of herself. That's the word. Oh my God. It actually went through here. You saw that?
Oh, really? Oh, well. They think it's part of, I guess, the air and about this. You know what we need? We need to, like, cover this area so they don't come through. How about this?
Welcome to Africa. But, yeah, I just thought that whole thing was ridiculous. I do feel like they do need separation. But also, this is what I say. When a friend comes to you about her relationship, I don't get involved. Yeah. Because that's your man at the end of the day. Yeah. You sleep with him. Yeah. And before you decide to drop me as a friend, you probably will go back to your man. But yes, the way I feel is don't get involved in friends' relationships because they will drop you before they drop their boyfriend. Okay, then you'll be sitting down there like, oh my God, what did I do? And then they'll be blaming you
don't
for everything.
To lose the friendship, right?
Yes.
And you rather still stay in the know instead of them isolating themselves.
It's best just to nod and say, I know, girl, that man, he ain't right. But do not give any serious advice. If you're looking to me to come and help you with your relationship, I will not be doing that. Because you're not going to come and curse me out later when you decide to break with your boyfriend and he's now gaslighting you and now you want to come blame me. I'm not doing it. Don't call me. I'm not the friend for that. So, yeah. That's Amber. Now you're here getting your blood pressure up because you're trying to help her and now she's getting mad at you for asking you a simple question. You need therapy. And you need to remember that you ain't in the prison yard. You are in civilization. Please act like it.
I mean, this was your own party. That's what I'm like. It was your own party, Amber.
Cuckoo. Anyway, let's talk about Kevin and Kayla. Kayla decided that she was going to stroll up on that BI and go and try to tell her about, that's my man, that's my man. Kevin rolls up behind her car, tell what the hell you doing? Come on, let's go. So he basically is trying to, I guess, seduce her into not going to go confront Tiffany. Apparently she gave...
It was so cringy.
It was so nasty. I wanted to vomit. She's like, oh, I hate you. I hate you. That's her making... I wanted to vomit. That girl looks like she is about 40. He is
fast
really...
forwarded it because it was just cringy.
Kayla is looking 40. She actually looks 40 in the face. If you look at her neck and her face, he is draining the life out of her. And she's like, I love you, Kevin. I really love you.
Well, apparently we found out the history.
Yes, we did.
He spent 7 years in jail.
Yes.
When he got out of jail, she cheated on him, and I don't know if when he was in jail she
no she didn't. He said after he had gotten out, he had been in prison for 7 years. Okay. When he got out, he had met her or whatever. He was doing right by her. He was loving her. She was living in his house or whatever. They were in a good relationship or whatever. She ended up cheating on him.
You know something?
And he said it broke her heart.
Probably with the person who she was with when he was in jail. And she continued that relationship. And he called it cheating. But you were in jail for 7 years. What do you expect her to do?
Well, anyway, apparently she cheated on him, and I believe that ever since he
He's been
found out,
paying
he
her
has
for
been
that.
making her pay ever since.
Yeah.
That's now I get why she is sitting down there like a bump in the log.
Yeah.
She probably feels bad because he's
She
made her
does.
feel like it's his fault.
Yeah.
He has made her feel like it's her fault.
Yeah.
And now he has basically gaslit her into doing all this crazy stuff for him.
Yeah.
And he is going to continue to be an a-hole
Yeah.
and string her along
Yeah.
because he was so heartbroken by her.
Yeah.
Girl, it's never going to work out. He
So
might
she does
care
the
for you or
little
whatever.
selfie.
Oh my gosh, she takes a video after I guess she had given him some sloppy in the car.
Oh
She
God.
went, he took a shower or whatever, and then she took a video or
Please
whatever.
Don't call it sloppy. It's supposed to be sacred.
That's what he said.
Oh,
It's a secret. No, that's what she said. I didn't even know what the hell that meant. But so she went and she was like, she was doing a video. That's my man. That's my weenie. Da, 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 da. Look at him. He's in the shower. Yes, we
So
was
she
all
sends
with
that
this
to
or whatever.
Tiffany.
Sends it to him, and then she decides to send the video. She deletes the evidence, and then she hops in the shower with him. Tiffany says, "Oh my God, this man is with her or whatever again. He's a liar." She says, "Thank God you took him off my hands because I don't have to deal with it anymore."
If you say
Tiffany,
so,
that was
Tiffany,
the best thing that really could have
if you say
happened.
so, because
I
last
feel like
time she left him and she came
but
back.
she has evidence that now, so I hope she'll have enough sense to actually leave this loser alone.
She had the evidence of the underwear.
I mean, but really, he could have
But
explained
then-
that away. But this
but-
is evidence. This is happening right here, right now. But he did say it could have been from back in his past. 'Cause, I mean, men don't really clean out their drawers like that. I mean, like, I organize my clothes and I get rid of stuff almost every 3 or 6 months.
Tiffany
So-
has lost me, especially when, in order to control him,
She
you guys
went
are now going for interviews for someone for
to be in the relationship.
No,
Or
she can miss me with that mess. Let's see how long you stay away, Tiffany, because I actually don't believe you will.
unfortunately, but
Anywho,
yes.
next.
Let's talk about Chance and Taylor. This fool
Oh.
wants to take out another loan to do a wedding.
I
And
think
then
he keeps-
also-
I don't know what he's taking out a loan.
He says his credit score is 750.
I just don't know. I don't trust this guy. What was he in jail for? Some money laundering, fraudulent, something with money, with stealing identity. What was this man in jail for?
Please comment down
You
below.
can't trust this man. And he is
And that's why
trying-
Taylor doesn't want
She
to be
doesn't
with him.
trust
And then
All-
he also is trying to force her to
get
get married to
married.
him. Like, he's like, we need to get married. We need to get married. Like, I think that's a red
And
flag.
he's like, I have a job, like now
I have good health care. I can't put you on my health
insurance-
care.
Yeah,
And then,
girl,
we need, then he
please.
told her that, we need to move or whatever, stuff like that.
First of
He has
all,
a
I'm
he has a
sure-
loan for 200,000, but the house is 150,000 and all that stuff. You only have 50,000 left to actually fix the home up.
And that home looks as though
It looks jagga
Oh
jagga,
my goodness.
or what we
gracious.
say in Sierra in
Yeah.
Creole, kaka, which
And
is
then-
SHIT.
And then
Um,
the
so-
thing is, he probably is not going to, like she said, what if you're not able to rent it for how much you think you will?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You talk about you'll be able to rent it for $2,000, and then that will pay. This is what this man. He wants to buy this house for 200,000, right, or 150,000, right?
Right.
He says this house is going to be a rental, and he will pay for the mortgage at her house plus the rent at another house. So he
you're
want to
paying
go
for
have
two mortgages?
he want to go and get a rental somewhere else too. Why the hell will she want you to move her out of where she's at?
And she owns
Does that
it.
even make sense?
The man is up to some
And
fraudulent
he wants
stuff.
to get married to her, talking about some health insurance. You think that woman ain't got no health insurance with her and her kids? I'm sure she already has health insurance. It doesn't matter, but I am sure she already has health insurance.
She doesn't trust him because he's doing shady stuff. He got a car, and then also when I think she told him that she was pregnant or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he told her then that while they were at the wedding venue that, oh, I have this house or whatever that we can move into. I think it just solidified that she doesn't want to marry him. Because you're doing all this crazy stuff. And then he was there trying to gaslight her, saying that the reason why I don't tell you about stuff is because you're negative. You're holding me back. And, you know, your negativity impacts
be on
me.
Your own.
Do it on your own. Do it on your own. You be my baby father, but no, we're not getting married. And then you want to...
and she said the wedding
Because also, I think that if they get married, it's like her, like, whatever credit score she has in their finances are, like, intertwined. Yes. So now he can do more stuff, fraudulent stuff, and then put her in jail and put her name on stuff. Girl, you better run. And girl, you better not marry that man.
She will lose that home.
She will lose that home. And you know,
that's what's going to happen.
If that's her husband, I'm sure he will be able to say...
And you will end up in a shelter while he ends up in jail again for fraudulent stuff.
I truly believe that if that's her husband, he'll be able to do some stuff or make decisions, financial decisions, without her consent. Yeah. That's why he's trying to get her married. You know because he was trying to gaslight her into getting married. Like, just because you're pregnant means that we need to be married for sure now. This just solidifies the union. We need to hurry up and get married or whatever. And then when she was like, no, he was like, oh, F you. You're crazy or whatever. What are you doing? Maybe I need to rethink our whole relationship. Boy, bye.
You're rethinking nothing.
You ain't going nowhere.
Because you think that she's a pushover, and you can get over on her. And Taylor,
you better run, girl. You better run.
You really, really better. You really, really better.
I feel horrible that she is now pregnant with this degenerate's baby.
I know.
Because my thing is, I feel like yes, marriage ties you legally. But a marriage a baby ties you together forever.
You know what he's
doing?
I think
he's
going to take a marriage license everywhere, and he will put up her house for stuff. He will take the marriage license everywhere and put his name on everything. Put his name on her bank account. And he'll be doing shady stuff behind her back. Exactly. I think the only thing that'll save her is she does not marry him. But I feel like if she doesn't take care, she might end up in jail with him.
Yeah.
Because they're tied together. There was
he is shady. Taylor, you better listen to your instincts.
Right? And her husband, actually, she's not a friend, but
an associate.
And she saw her husband on the evening news as a bank robber.
Oh, I remember this story.
Yeah, and so... But what ended up happening, he got 20-something years in jail for that, right? Because he was much older. Of the guys that went, he's like in his either late 50s. So I guess maybe he couldn't run as fast as the young ones. I don't know. But they caught him. But guess what? They did not retrieve all the money that was stolen.
Wow.
So he went to jail. But guess what? Up to now, they're garnishing her wages because they said that she must have been involved in it.
Wow.
And she had no idea that this man was... And she was just like, my husband, he doesn't even have, like, this past and what a criminal past. Like, how he told her that he thought that this would be like their retirement or something. And she's like, retirement for what? Like, you're not even retirement age. What are you talking about? And I guess maybe when she went to visit him in jail, he said this and they overheard. You know, so it was kind of like she knew, since he was doing it for their retirement, they're garnishing her wages, more than half of her paycheck every 2 weeks. And guess what? If she stops paying that,
she goes to jail.
Like, say she says, oh, I'm sick, she goes to jail.
What you get married to?
So, yes. I mean, it's best to just stay
my
single,
God.
You know, until you find the right one. Because once you marry, you're tying everything in. And this man, already he ain't telling you stuff. He's going to take that marriage license. He'll put his name on all of your stuff. I don't know why he wants to get her out of that home. This is what really confuses me. Why do you want to get her out of that home? Red banana. You want her completely away from what she knows. the sort of support system she.
But isn't that
she
what
probably
abusers
have-
do, though? They
has with
isolate
her
you.
neighbors, yeah.
They isolate you from your family. They isolate you from everything you know, and they make you completely dependent on them.
Yeah.
So it makes it impossible for you to leave.
And she has
Because
a
you
support
start
system
thinking
there.
that, oh, nobody's there for me. But
Yeah.
then you forget that all the people that were there for you, you forget who you were. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
This man is an
Because
abuser in
her
the
father
making.
is there, her mother is there,
Her
the
sister was
is
there.
and I'm sure
Mind
she
you,
has
they're putting her back
neighbors.
in the garage when she comes back from
Yeah.
rehab. They're
And-
putting her back
and that
there,
place
y'all.
looks just a mess.
Like
And-
the walls are nasty, it's dirty in there, and then you guys want to put her in the place where she overdosed
I know.
again.
So she can remember and do it again.
You don't even put her in the house. I have no words for Taylor. I really just have no words. How do you do this to your sister and then you bring
Your
this
twin.
convict? Yeah, my thing is you can't make reckless decisions when you have kids. You just can't. You can't just say, "Oh, it's just me.
I need help.
Let me do
I need
this.
help.
Let me be free. Let me marry this convict and this convict and this convict and this toxic person and this toxic person." You can't do that.
Can't do that.
And you have kids.
Did we talk
3
about that
daughters.
lady? Remember that lady who was saying, did we talk about it? Who was saying she had 2 sons
Mm-hmm.
and they're messing up her stuff because the man said he's only going to marry her. He would have been married her.
Oh yes, if she didn't have
had
kids.
these kids.
Mm-hmm.
And she was thinking about sending the boys to their father because
Mhm.
they were messing up her dating life.
Foolishness.
I mean, a lot of women do that. You know, they take the man like more than they take their own children. You know, you have this man, ex-convict, who curses you out.
And is
he
manipulative.
and he can go from, he's another one who can go from 0 to 100.
He's a
real
Jackal,
quick.
Mr. Hyde.
Really quick. Like verbally abusive.
And one day he'll
And-
just slap you.
He's waiting for y'all to be married first, though.
And he
And
is
have that
waiting.
baby.
Yeah.
And then he's going to try to tie you back. He's going to try to let you have babies back to back to back to back.
At least 3.
So that you can be so tied to him, and when you're filled with those hormones every time you're pregnant, sometimes you don't have that fighting strength to,
No.
say, okay, I'm gonna leave you and stuff like that.
The fact that he said F you
Girl.
while you're pregnant. Doesn't even care about your mental well-being.
No.
Girl, Tyler, you better run. We gonna hold this tail. You better run, girl. You better run.
Better run.
But yes, y'all, it's Mary.
And Amma,
You better just like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below.